if you diss me, then I might shoot you. You don't for me to feel it mutual. Half the rap, go to jewelry. I was selling keys to success. I was copying keys out of Texas. New race with stars in it. New Porsche condo, living room, cars in it.
Coming up next, a UFC welterweight division matchup. All right, so here he is making the walk to the octagon. He's made this walk before, but never for a title eliminator. If he wins this fight tonight, he is guaranteed a shot at the UFC welterweight title. You know how infested these waters are with sharks at 170 pounds. He's one fight away, ladies and gentlemen. This man, who many of you believe is the best welterweight in the world, now 15 minutes or fewer away from a welterweight title shot.
This guy has some of the best throws we have ever seen inside the octagon. The speed of his execution and the technique that he uses in the delivery are truly world class.
With as good a finishing rate as any fighter in the sport, here is the natural-born killer and former UFC welterweight champion, Carlos Condit, longtime staple of Jackson Wink MMA there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is a five-tool player, great endurance, outstanding striking, but an opportunistic submission game as well. He has finished nearly all of his 30 professional wins, and you can expect the natural-born killer Joe to be chasing a stoppage victory once again tonight.
Carlos Condit is a very experienced and well-rounded athlete fighting out of Greg Jackson's camp. He's a former WEC welterweight champion with a very aggressive style who likes to finish his fights whether he's on the feet or on the mat.
Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. Condit is 16 years the elder. He is 1 inch taller. The reach is identical. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 18 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Del Rio, Texas, USA, Invincible. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 41 wins, 14 losses. He stands 62 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC welterweight champion, the natural-born killer, Carlos Condit. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready, fight. Ready.
Round 1. Ready to go, round 1. The natural-born killer, Carlos Condit, with his patented mean mug for the camera, perennially one of the best lightweights in the world, as diverse a strike. Oh!
He hurt him!
Big left.
Back up. These are some bombs he has thrown.
Oh, man, he continues to attack with that head kick and lands again. And defensively, he...
Kick to the body. He's hurt. He's clear.
Whoa!
This could be it right here. This fight is dangerously close to being stopped.
Oh!
Front kick to the face. Oh, he's hurt. That's it. That's it. The fight is over. Big TKO victory early in the first round.
Yeah, Joe, I would agree. A good stoppage by the referee. Ultimately, you want to see the fighter live to fight another day. And even though he was moving a little bit, he was not intelligently defending himself. And I would always err on the side of a premature stoppage as opposed to a late one. Ultimately, the referee's #1 job, protect the fighter, and the official certainly did so there.
And here's where the ref called it.
So a big win for him here tonight, and an even bigger statement made by virtue of the TKO. All right, the official decision is in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 28 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO! Invincible!
So there he is, the man of the moment after the TKO victory here tonight. He had some doubters coming in here. A lot of people wondering if he had what it takes to take out an opponent of this quality. Well, he certainly answered those questions and then some, getting his hand raised here tonight by that aforementioned TKO. Said he wanted to keep the judges out of it. Certainly accomplished that goal. You got to think maybe he gets a bonus, high-profile opponent next. Congratulations to this oncoming force.
Annoying if you rapping all day when you selling dope in another fraud ass studio. Dope man who be spitting but don't ever go there. I know a couple about it, man. That shit is so rare. You drop a mixtape every summer, still don't care, man. This high ain't meant for everybody. It's insane. I'm blown out my brain. Blown out my brain. I'm blown out my brain. Blown out my brain. I'm blown out my brain. The nicotine to addiction in the hood like an engine. With no prescription, wipe my ass with opinions, despicable as a million, pulling milfs at pavilions, as old as Kimora Simmons, and thick as the plot is getting the black. Jeremy Piven, attitude is malicious, running your office tripping, entourage full of dress to handle the business, suggest you do it with quickness, or get the ring in your bell like Jehovah's Witness. This insane. Insane. I'm blown out my brain. Blown out my brain. I'm blown out my brain. Blown out my brain. I'm blown out my brain. I'm so damn tired of Ubers in LA. Bitches and champagne. I made it out the hood, but ain't shit changed. Still hit up Mr. Childs, asking for high wings. Floor seats to the game, but higher than nosebleed. Shorty ass on my lap, it's heavy as grocery. I go to sleep, that's codeine. Had a threesome with a sister. All on you swear this shit would never end. I be up a chicken like a white girlfriend. Up a chicken like a white girlfriend. Chicken like a white girlfriend. This high ain't meant for everybody. It's insane. Insane. I'm blown out my brain. Blown out my brain. I'm blown out my brain. This high ain't meant for everybody. I'm blown out my brain.
eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You gotta touch. You have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You gotta be possessed with the dream. The dream.
Yeah. Any weapon formed against us shall not prosper. Young started with oozing noodles, now we eating lobster. As I walk through the valley with my ladder and flex, I'm the realest in it, I just happened to rap. When they all thought we was finished, they was laughing at that. So I went and bought me a dawn and flipped the head to the back. New drag, new whips on the way now. That's your bitch on the way now. Mama told me if you fall, never stay down.
Fighters fight for many different reasons. Some do it for the fame, others do it for the money. Eventually, all of that fades away. Yet going down in the history books as a UFC champion is something no one can ever take. It's proof that for a moment in time, out of all the fighters in your weight class, you were the best in the world. It's the culmination of all your hard work, the fulfillment of a dream. Tonight is your chance to take that gold belt and hear Bruce Buffer say, "And new." That kind of glory lasts forever.
All right, coming up next, the wait is over. We get to this matchup for the UFC welterweight division title. Well, I don't have to tell you guys how hard it is to realize a title shot at 170 pounds. This man has paid his dues. He has taken on everybody the UFC has put in front of them, finished most of those guys, and now after working his way up the ranks, he has realized his first UFC welterweight championship opportunity. Joe, it'll be interesting to see how his style matches up with the champion here tonight.
This is his first world championship fight, a tremendous moment in his career. This is what he has been working for his entire UFC career, and there is an amazing amount of pressure on him at this moment.
He is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion in a division full of killers. He has remained the hunted at 170 pounds. Now, unquestionably staring at his toughest challenger to date. Can he go back home as the champion? If he can, another chapter to one of the greatest welterweight legacies the Octagon has ever seen.
The champion headed to the cage right now is in the groove. He is in his prime right now. His training for this bout has been perfect. He believes he has a solid game plan, and he's ready to step in here and retain his title. He is well prepared for this contest.
All right, now let's get you our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. So more than 15 years, the gap in age between these two fighters, with some differences in height and a similar reach. Here for the official.
You ready? You ready?
All right, here we go. This should be good. 5 rounds if needed to determine the UFC's welterweight champion. All right, here we go with round 1 of this UFC welterweight championship fight for the #1 contender. No denying the pressure he is under here tonight. Some suggest maybe it's with the incumbent, the champion. Oh!
He tagged him. Oh, you heard him.
Oh!
Front kick to the face. The champion is in big trouble here. He is in danger of losing his title.
Oh, he might be out.
Hurt him with that Superman punch. Big kick to the head. He's stunned.
He's got hurt here.
Hard Superman punch.
And now he lands a combination.
Front kick to the face. Oh, look at this. Who saw that coming? Oh, he hurt him. He off guard. He's got to make some sort of attempt to get out of this guard. He's back to his feet, but he's hurt. Oh, he's stunned again!
He's got him hurt here.
Oh, another one!
Big body shot.
This fight is dangerously close to being stopped.
Under 2 minutes to go. Oh!
That's it. He's out.
Well, I don't have to tell you guys how hard it is to realize a title shot at 170 pounds. This man has paid his dues. He has taken on everybody the UFC has put in front of them, finished most of those guys, and now after working his way up the ranks, he has realized his first UFC welterweight championship opportunity. Joe, you ready? You ready? Scheduled for 5 rounds if need be. All right, so here we go, early round 1. This fight to determine the UFC welterweight champion, and for the #1 and really starting to make these shots count. All right, so with all the pre-fight interviews and media obligations behind him, now he gets to focus on punching his rival in the mouth. There is definite bad blood here. It's not promotional hype to say that these guys...
He hurt him! He hurt him with that punch in the clinch. Up to his feet. Oh! Hard left hand. That's it. He's out. He is out. Wow. What a knockout. Man. Beautiful KO for the victory early in the first.
Yes, sir, it goes into the books as a first-round win by knockout, near-perfect execution. The technique was absolutely gorgeous, and again, when you catch a guy early, maybe you're getting him cold before he's had a chance to work up a sweat or even get into the fight a little bit. Those strikes can have a bigger effect, and it certainly did here tonight.
Take a look at this from a different angle. Boom.
So there he is, the undisputed UFC welterweight champion. What a finish he turned in here tonight as he gets it done by way of knockout. Back inside the octagon once again, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine is going to stop for this contest at 1 minute, 11 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Invincible.
So some UFC history tonight as we crown a new UFC champion. Congratulations to fighter and team. And man, are they going to enjoy this one. A lot of people not giving them a chance coming in here tonight. And this is a moment that at times people just thought we wouldn't see. New champion here tonight. The longtime incumbent is out. There is a new sheriff in town in this division, and it is going to take a big performance to dethrone the new champion of this weight class.
If you're down for some ignorance, turn up OCBD. If you're down for some...
Hey everyone, I'm Megan O'Leary, and it's time for your UFC Minute. The MMA world is buzzing about that incredible performance this past weekend in the main event. Last weekend in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, it was a night to remember for the mixed martial artist whose story has captured the imagination of fans around the globe as he fought the fight of his life when it mattered the most. When the dust settled, Bruce Buffer said, "and knew." And he was crowned UFC welterweight champion of the world thanks to a memorable referee stoppage. That's it for today. Stay tuned for your next UFC Minute, and I'll see you at the fights.
Oh yeah. Super. Astronaut. Yeah. Draw your money, I'm dripping in it. Aston Martin, I'm whipping in it. Chicken 10 black whips, I'm too consistent. 10 right firing bitches, tell me if I'm too persistent.